Today we're going to be talking about how you can start your own successful e-bike business. Moji here with Golden Motor. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be going into any builds or technical tips or any fixes. Today we're going to be talking about the e-bike industry and how you can get into it today. In my opinion, there's 4 different ways of getting into the e-bike market today. You might be a combination of 2 of them or 3 of them, or maybe even all 4 of them. But I would like to categorize them in different ways. The first one being a dealer or a distributor. That's kind of what we are, or at least what we started with. You can be a dealer for a single brand, or you can be a dealer for multiple brands. And you can also, there's different ways of being a dealer. You can have a retail brick and mortar store, or you can have an online store, or a combination of both. And I would also put drop shipping under this category. When I started out, I kind of wanted to be a dealer and I wanted to be in the drop shipping business, but I found out that not a lot of brands are willing to work as a drop shipper for whatever reason. They're just not comfortable doing it. I guess there's a lot of technical support that comes into it, and they just don't want to deal with the third party. Like for me, that didn't work out. And the one downside I do see to the dealer distributor route is carrying a lot of inventory. And to get into this market, you'll have to know your product, because you're going to have to provide support to all your customers. But it's doable, but you do need capital up front for this one. The second route would be to become an OEM manufacturer. There's a lot of brands out there that aren't really OEM manufacturers. They're dealers. They just rebrand the same product from different, or they just rebrand the products from the same factories. There's a lot of stuff out there like that. But what I'm referring to is just making your own product, which is a lot harder to do. With this one, you would need capital for prototypes, designing, engineering, manufacturing, and you also need an engineering background, or somebody on your team has to have an engineering background, and you have to have a unique idea for the product, because there's a lot of e-bike products out there that are great, and it's getting extremely saturated and really competitive really fast. But if you have a unique product or an idea and you can execute on it, this would be an awesome way to go. The third way I would say is acquisition. So that's kind of how I got into this business, thanks to Gary. He started this business 10 years ago, and luckily when I was looking into the e-bike business, I came across him and we were able to make a deal. But yeah, e-bike companies are hard to come by, generally because it's a very young industry. But if you're lucky enough to get a brand, or even like an e-bike shop or something like that you want to do, this might be a route for you. But it does require capital up front, since you'll be buying a business. The fourth and the final way to get into the e-bike business, I would say there's a lot of opportunity in service, because since it's a young industry, there aren't a lot of trained professional bike mechanics that are in every city, and they're extremely needed. We get calls all the time from customers asking us if we have somebody that can service their bike in pretty much all of the United States and Canada, and This is a part where it's an extremely fast growing market segment, or a sub-segment. And yeah, and if you're interested in starting your own business and you're willing to go into service, we can even help you do that. We helped start 5 companies this year in the service sector. And the best thing about this business model would be that you don't need any capital up front, or if you do, it's barely anything. It's because it's service based, and being a very low investment up front, it's very easy to do. You do need some technical skills, but our technical crew and I can personally help you with this as well. If you found this video useful, and if you're looking to get into the business and especially the service sector, please reach out to us. We can be of great assistance to you. See you guys next time.